Hey guys, our Decline Average Picker. So we're going to do sort of a challenge lock pick. This is a challenge lock from Cameron Dunn, and it's called Pendulum. And mostly I just want to get inside this thing to see what's going on in it. So I have picked this lock, I don't know, a month ago, and I've picked it about 4 times. However, I do not remember much about it. But this is a really, as far as like binding order goes, but this is a really cool lock, and I have been anxious to see how the pins are in it. So we might get an open on it, we might not. It very much lives up to its name of Pendulum. There is a lot of back and forth in it, especially going counterclockwise. I was really, my 4 opens, it's much snappier counterclockwise, but my 4 opens were really only going clockwise on it. So I'm going to spend maybe about 8 minutes. We're going to see if we can get into it. But because I really just want to see the pins and show them off to you guys, I'm going to not put... Yeah, I'm going to just spend like the 8 minutes on it, and that's it, just so we're sure we're good time-wise. Yeah, this is a fun lock. This is one of those ones that I kind of wish I could send to like 3 people at the same time. And I'm so curious about it because a lot of the behavior in this lock, I kind of wish I had in a lot of my builds. To do a reset here. Okay, so the first couple pins seem to want to set first, but you end up, if you go that route, you end up chasing this thing kicking back and forth. And so you tend to go back and set the 5th pin first. God, everything just keeps dropping. Another reset. Oh, okay, so we're in a pretty good false, but on this lock that's almost meaningless. It's pretty easy. Come on, there we go. Oh, I'm impressed with myself on that one. Honestly, I did not think I was going to get a on-cam open. Let's see, let's adjust the camera here a little bit for gutting. And let me see, where are the, got some spreaders. I'm going to screw with that clip anymore. Try these. See if they're successful. Yeah, let's go ahead and just lock it. Be a little careful here because I don't want to. Holy shit, that thing just flew off across the ground. I see where it landed. Followers. There we go. Do we need to shim this? That might be a good idea too. We've got that hump right there. Come on, shim. Shim is sticking on something in there. Oh, man, I really cut that one close. I accidentally turned the follower. Okay, let's see. 5. 4. 3. Oh, 3 is nasty, kind of little spool guy there. 2. It's in the front of, I'm really curious about the first 2 pins. Wow, is that? All right, it's just a reduced diameter. And do we have any threading? Oh, we do have threading. So we've got threading in chambers 3, 4, and 5. I was not expecting there to be any threading. Do I have a marker on me? No, I really should mark front of the lock. Sorry, this could be a slow gutting because I really don't want to risk getting much wrong with this one. Oh, what in the world did we just grab? A crazy spool. Wow, that is clean though. Should be clear now. Oh wait, what was that? Okay, something. Oh, I see. That was just the top of that guy. Phew. And I don't think anything's been done upstairs. It doesn't look like it's been tampered with or anything. A couple of the springs are pretty embedded in there. I'm just going to lay it down very carefully. All right. Let's get the camera flipped around and take a look at this because this is a really cool lock. Okay, so just a quick little look at the core there. So there you can see our threadings in 3, 4, and 5. And it is just a 5-pinner. Now, what's really going counterclockwise, like you could just end up in this endless back and forth. It's almost like, you know how sometimes you chase a couple spools around in a lock? It's like that, but much more intricate and with a lot more different combinations that come up. And there's no, at any given time, it's like there's anywhere from 3 or 4 pins tend to want to pick and get set. So, and it's a little less of the pendulum effect if you go clockwise, but it is still there. You can fall into some, don't want to call them traps, but you can fall into a lot of back and forth with it. So that's our pin 1. And it's just nicely reduced diameter key pin. There's our 2. 2 and 3, or I'm sorry, 1 and 2 always feel like they want to set too. It's crazy. And you can see 1, you really don't need to. There's not much of a lift on him, but man, he always seems like he behaves like he wants to lift and be set. That is some smooth spooling there, guy. 4. see how sharp and accurate he managed to get those serrations in, probably using that jewelry saw, because you can see the pin, we still have the red coloring all over it, which is a pretty clear sign that he did not slip with any files or anything like that, because that coloring comes off very, very quickly. And there's our 5. And again, not very deep serrations, but I've pointed this out before in those challenge lock pin videos. You don't need super deep serrations for them to work. So this is our shear line across here, just in case you're wondering. And I hope I might have had this guy flip. We're gonna take a look at him and hopefully, yeah. Pretty sure he was actually in that way. Thought I remembered seeing a tip come out first. Let's see. There, look at that spool, guys. That is just... Cameron, you outdid yourself on this one, man. I don't know if this was a happy accident or what, but this thing behaved exactly like its name suggested. And these are just some really nice... I was expecting, at least in the front of the lock, to see some kind of barreling or some kind of increased diameter portion on these pins to get that penduluming effect. This is not a combination I would have really expected to find in this one. God, look how polished that stuff is too. I'm a big fan of trying to smooth my pins in most cases, not always. But man, I am not getting anything that smooth for sure. So I can look at them under this camera and pretty much see a lot of marks and stuff on it. Come on, flip around for me. And then here's our 5. It's just kind of a drunken T-pin guy with a serration on him. And this is just the wafer there that keeps him drunken and keeps the spring from driving down and impaling itself on the pin. It's some really nice work, Cameron. I gotta tell you, man, this was one of my off-camera locks that I really would pick on when I got home from work or whatever. God, I wanted to see inside this thing so bad. It's just some really nice work. This is a fun little lock to pick, and it's fairly challenging, especially you get caught up in some of that back and forth. You can see way down in there in chamber 2, we've got a much smaller spring. It looks steel. I'm going to pull those out very carefully and then get the whole thing reassembled. But I really want to make sure it retains its characteristics for who I send it on to. Unfortunately, this is one of those ones that's kind of fun. You like to go back to it and you kind of hate to release it. But yeah, that's where it needs to go. So, all right, Cameron, thanks again for the locks. And this one was great fun. This was some awesome work. And you guys have a good one.